wins. And I'm George, and welcome back to the Windmill, of course. So what I would like to say is that we have reacted to Angel of Salvation by Galneryus, and now we're gonna react to Angel of Salvation by Galneryus. Okay, so what actually happened is that we reacted to half of Angel of Salvation by Galneryus studio version, and now we're gonna react to all of Angel of Galneryus. Angel of Salvation by Galneryus, live in Shibuya Kokaido, Tokyo 2014, 1080p. We don't know if it's the right one. There were a lot of live versions and none of them seems particularly official and we didn't find much links. So if we gotta do another, we probably won't because it's already twice we're doing this song. But for the future, if you want live Galneryus, drop links. I mean, now. Galneryus. Okay, let's talk about what's been going on. Oh god, it's so cool. You can say, I don't remember exactly how the version we checked out went, but if I recall correctly, after the sort of dip that we also had here, you had the really long solo that we also had here, and then it peaked into that epic final anthem, or something like that. I don't quite remember. Well, it was something like that. So after big long solo section, you had the finale. And now after big long solo section, you had keyboard solo and then switched back to guitar or something. So I think that's where, in the short version, they just kind of cut to the end. Mm-hmm. And I'm expecting that end is actually gonna come at the end here. Possibly. I love the sound of it. Okay, so you can hear the live sound. You can hear it's not as clear. You can hear some reverbs and some... I actually wouldn't know if this is taken from the mixing board or just recorded with microphones in the hall. I think it's recorded somehow like in the hall because you could hear the audience. Yeah, that too. I love what the orchestra was doing. I think the orchestra was actually following along with parts of the solo, like with the actual ideas in the solo. And what I've seen with most of the Japanese bands we've checked out is just how much they value aesthetics. Yeah. And they have this culture almost like in K-pop and everything like that where everything and everyone looks perfect. Yeah. So it's nice to see just a bunch of dudes in their t-shirts playing music. Yeah. Despite the fact that they have a great orchestra behind them and all that. And I love what the solos were doing, like after we got the first, guitar and then the keyboard solo, how when they went back to the guitar, they changed the drum groove. Yeah. And I don't know if also the tempo, but just enough to kind of put him in a different mood. And then he went down a different alley with the second part of the solo, more melodic, less blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And about the blah, blah, blah part, how the hell do you blah, blah, blah like that while headbanging your head like that? Yeah. Headbanging your head. Yeah. I think he headbangs his head, but the rest of his body is somewhat static. Yeah, but that still means he can't look. Although at that speed, you don't have to look because it's either muscle memory or you can't do it. Yeah, it's either muscle memory or you're out at that point. No, we go. Galneryus. Now I got the goosies. I feel like I just ran a freaking marathon.
That was so intense, and so big, and so massive, and so long, and so intense, and so big. I said that before.
I don't even know where to start. Right. Let's get that freaking guitar prodigy out of the way, because he's so good it's annoying.
He's half the song.
Well, he's not half the song. He's in the spotlight for half the song.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's just him.
Yeah, I know. But like, how many solos can you memorize? Because this is like one song.
Well, you know, some of it might not even be memorized. Because I was noticing he was doing a lot of like pretty ups and downs, scaly stuff.
I would not think that's easier.
Well, no, but you don't have to memorize.
Yeah.
So if I had to bet, I'd say there was some improv in there.
Yeah.
Well, especially at the end, because, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that noise build-up was almost a minute.
Yes. It was a really long noise build-up.
Yeah. And I think the whole wave the arms chorusing part was probably like almost a third of the song at the end. It was just going on and on and on and on. I thought I was thinking it's probably getting too long, but then he started doing the noodly things to mix it up.
Well, they had a ton of variations to that. They had a part where they went clean, and the guitar went clean.
Yeah.
And you had piano from the keyboard, like actual piano.
Yeah, I really liked that part.
That was such a cool part. And the bass and the keyboard don't get the spotlight a lot, but they're very prominent. You can hear the bass, you can hear the keyboard, you can tell it apart from the orchestra.
That I actually couldn't.
I could. Because it sounded simpy, and the orchestra didn't sound simpy.
Yes, I'm clueless.
You are.
Were there keyboard solos? I think there were a couple of solos.
Well, there was the one in the first solo where he alternated with the guitar.
Yeah.
And aside from that, not much. Here's how you tell the orchestra is playing really fast. You have this frame of the drummer, and there's the orchestra behind him, and you can tell apart the drumsticks from the violin bows. That's how you know that how the orchestra is playing fast. Because they were playing fast.
Yes.
And then we also need to give some praise to this absolute powerhouse of a singer.
Yeah.
Like, aside from the whole shock,
he
almost fell over. Yes. It's like, balancing is kind of hard after that. Aside from like really high note and shock stuff, he's just really, really resilient, really consistent.
Yeah.
Always hits the note spot on and has this really open sound to it. It sounds like the kind of thing you can't make look easy.
Yeah.
It doesn't look that easy. I think that's what you can tell. He's putting some effort into all that. And
it's a beautiful workout.
Yeah, it's a beautiful workout. It's very expressive. And I feel like some of the melodies, especially on the anthem at the end, also had a bit of a Dream Theater edge.
Yeah, I mean, I think we probably said something like this in the first reaction as well, that this is kind of sounding like Japanese power metal Dream Theater.
Something like that, because Dream Theater are good at capturing this essence of a story in a way, and this feels like the glorious ending to a story.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet this is how they ended the show.
And I wouldn't know about that, but it has like a really strong celebration kind of vibe.
Yes.
It's very majestic and very positive and uplifting.
Yes. Absolutely freaking insane. And this was a seated show.
Yeah, except everyone was standing.
Yes. A seated show where everyone was standing.
We had that with Yngwie Malmsteen. We've seen Yngwie Malmsteen.
I actually did get a bit of Yngwie Malmsteen vibes from the guitars here.
Yes. In
like the third solo, I think. Who's even counting at this point? Or he had like these sort of and cuts and stuff like that, where he was doing all these bumblebee-like.
Yeah.
I mean, tremolos and
I don't know whether that was Yngwie-like or it was just sounding Yngwie-like because Yngwie is neoclassical and that was very classical music influenced.
It was very classical music influenced. It sounds Yngwie to me because I don't know classical music, but I know Yngwie.
We are cultured.
Yes, we're basically rednecks. It's just our necks aren't red.
Oh, I can go out in the sun and like cover up my head and all the rest of my body and just leave this and then I'm solved.
So we're potential rednecks.
Are we done here?
Yes.
So if you enjoyed this reaction, we greatly appreciate the likes and shares, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells on.
Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon. Of course,